this will begin to make things right.
Okay.
General's been after this for a long time. We got company.
Who gave you permission to remove that helmet?
I'm sorry, Captain.
Pew 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 pew.
Some would say that you could judge the opening crawl of a Star Wars movie and its level of quality. And I think the intro to this, with the giant triangle over the moon and whatnot, I think it's pretty great. But some people would disagree that the quality of the movie isn't there and everything else. My name is Brian Saviano Bricks O'Brien. Hello, this is LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's almost like we played this game before, except it was a super long, drawn-out, overly detailed, unnecessary game, basically.
You take this. It's safer with you than it is with me.
The map to Skywalker.
The Resistance will not be intimidated by you.
It's in a BB unit.
Oh.
Well then, if it's on Jakku, we'll soon have it.
I leave that to you.
Okay. All right. Don't tell me it's permanently pink. They actually might do that because they're like, oh, we don't want to show blood. This is a movie for kids. We can't show that.
Huh? Where do you come from?
Tino! He must want you for parts! You can stay with me for the night, but after that you're on your own.
Again, all this goes like remarkably fast. So we're on not Tatooine. Not Tatooine. This is Jakku, which I talked about before in previous videos, that apparently what George Lucas was looking for with each of the different Star Wars movies was to have a different essence to each of the locations in the movies. So there's only one desert planet, there's only one water planet, there's only one whatever to make them all distinct, right? So clearly, it did not remain the case with the Disney being at the helm of the ship, basically. So that's okay. This is the very beginning of LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. There was previously an entire LEGO game based around literally just this movie. And what I mentioned before was that they really took all the different aspects of... there's another cutscene, actually. So they took all the aspects of the movie and really drew it out to input levels that were just not meaningful at all. So
In the morning you go. You're welcome.
Listen carefully. If you do exactly as I say, I can get you out of here.
What?
This is a rescue. I'm helping you escape.
Why are you helping me?
Because it's the right thing to do.
You need a pilot.
I need a pilot.
yeah, they're really breezing through all this. So yeah, they really overdid it. Some scenes did not need to be entire, complete levels, as I'll mention when we get to the point in not this episode, but the third episode of this probably. The entire sequence of them going from I was going to say Chewbacca's ship, going from the Millennium Falcon all the way up to where Luke Skywalker is. That was a full 20-minute level for a literally 20-second scene. So they really drew it out for no reason. So hopefully there's a lot of that avoided this time around because the pacing is so much better. And, oh, I guess we're going to do this. Just because the pacing is so much better and it should work out. So I haven't actually played this. I haven't seen anything like this. So we'll see what happens here. I'm looking for a key card, which I'm trying not to also alert all these crazy characters over here. I'm just going to find it and take a pulse. Oh, I can choose my weapon? Wow, look at this. That's spicy. Oh, all right. Well, they did not allow that at any point before in this game. Okay, cool. So wherever the key card is, that's what I have to do. Probably in this junk heap right over here, right? Very conveniently placed because it was glowing a little bit, right? Or something. Yes, precisely. Oh, never mind. Let this guy, who's clearly not... Oh, it's all glitched. Okay, get out of the way. Let this guy use it. Go ahead. A little bit of a matchmaking game. It's not meant to be difficult in any way, shape, or form. But that's all right. So I had seen Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens in theaters. I saw it opening night with a bunch of people that I don't really talk to as much nowadays. But, there we go. Because that's how it goes in the movies right there. I saw it with a bunch of people that I don't really talk to as much anymore, which is fine. You know, that's how life goes sometimes. You have a movie sharing experience and then you don't, you know? It's okay. But I remember going, and I enjoyed it for what it was. A lot of the older Star Wars fans are very not impressed by this series, all three movies in general, for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons being older Star Wars fans really appreciate the original trilogy, and anything that deviates from that is basically not what they were looking for, at least that's what it seems like. But also because there's a lot of inconsistencies with like the direction of the the director and everything else. They were originally going to have, I think one person was going to do the entire series, and then they mixed it up by wanting to change directions and do something different, but it all got muddled very, very quickly. So you'll see as we go through the sequel trilogy of movies, there's a very big lack of consistency all the way through. So, yeah. Uh-oh. Hubba-ga? Hubba-ga-ba?
This thing really moves. That's not good.
Come on.
Unga plat.
Don't give up hope. He still might show up, whoever it is you're waiting for.
And they'll show up eventually. So there's a lot of inconsistencies. First order of business is done. First level. It didn't really feel like a level. It felt like a lot of cutscenes, which is fine. It's all just starting out anyways. I got party time. I don't know what that meant. Actually, it probably meant not triggering any of the stormtroopers in that way, so it just allowed me to go through. What happened with this movie, even before it was announced, or rather, when it was released in theaters, the thing happened with Lego that happens a lot of the time, especially when developing toys and stuff. So basically, the way it all works is that you have to plan out all the different merchandise, like Lego sets or a birthday party kits, like, you know, all those tchotchkes, all that stuff. You have to plan all that stuff meticulously months beforehand, and sometimes there's like a change in direction. Why am I entering an engine? Oh yeah, I forgot this whole thing.
First, you're going to help me collect some scrap.
There's a lot of changes that happen between being whatever's going to end up being in the movie and then what actually ends up being in the movie. So at the time, they're like, oh, we'll plan out for this specific thing here to be in the movie. We're going to do the net launcher, yes. But then eventually, the plan changes over time. So in the very beginning, you saw that there was, I don't know what those things are. You saw that there was Kylo Ren's ship. Well, initially, when it first came out in I forget what, it was 2015? Oh, that was forever ago. Kylo Ren's ship was actually a gray. It wasn't black as it is in the actual movie. So for as much as I'm like, oh, you know, Lego doesn't hit the mark on this thing or that thing, that's one of the things that they literally can't predict, because Disney is very secretive of all their stuff, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to give product designers their the things that they need to succeed. We're just going to kind of let them do whatever, and it doesn't allow them to make a good thing, you know. So eventually they re-released Kylo Ren's ship, and it had the right coloring and stuff. Not that it matters super much, but like, you know, they added a little more functionality, a little bit more things that way. So that happened a lot with this movie. So they changed enough details that it's very different from what we actually got in the movies. So a lot of ships ended up not being relevant at all. One of those things happens actually in the next movie. And I don't know if they'll show it in this game. Probably not. But there's a ship, not a ship. There's like a pseudo ATST sort of a thing. And it's basically like a tank, but it's an ATST, and it's super weird. Super weird looking, but it never makes an appearance in the movie. And it existed as a full-on Lego set that people could buy for many, many months, but it did not do well because nobody knew what it was and nobody cared. So that happens a lot with this sequel trilogy. Whereas before, you know, Star Wars, we've known all the Star Wars stuff for years, right? So there didn't need to be any guessing with all the stuff. So we've been able to have time with like episode 1, 2, 3, like all the rest of them basically, and make accurate stuff that looks good, you know? So that happened a lot here. And actually for episode 9, they haven't released a lot of sets because people are like, man, we kind of low-key, we kind of don't like this. And they're like, oh, you don't like this? Well, we're not going to sell it to you. So, yep, we may get a whole influx of Lego Star Wars sequel trilogy things one day when the kiddos appreciate it, just as the old people appreciate the prequel trilogy, or rather sequel trilogy. No, regular trilogy, and now the kids appreciate the regular prequel trilogy. So lots of complications this Star Wars franchise has had, but I enjoyed it as a typical popcorn flick movie. I like the idea of Rey being a no-name character that has no connection to anything else, that is a powerful Force being and all that. But clearly that changes by the end of the franchise. So, you know, it's a lot of things that are in flux as this all goes on. So, yeah. At this point, though, the biggest mystery is, like, who is this person? Why do they matter? And where are they going to end up? We don't know anything at all. And, you know, with Star Wars, for the entire time that I was growing up with it, I knew all the secrets. I knew everything that was going to happen because I didn't get into Star Wars until I saw Episode 3 in theaters, which I had mentioned in other videos, I think, before. So I knew that Darth Vader was Luke's father. Spoiler, all that stuff, right? There were no secrets. And this was the only time that there were actual secrets that were left to be uncovered. So, yeah. All the little circles you're seeing right now, I believe those are holocron bricks. I have those illuminated because I think I activated some cheat or something. I'm probably going to deactivate them because it's kind of obnoxious how many blue circles are randomly on the screen. But, like, you know, that's all right.
These 5 pieces are worth 1/2 portion.
Last week they were a half portion each.
What about the droid?
The droid's not for sale.
I'll pay for him 60 portions.
Come on, BB-8.
Water! Water!
Let's get out of here.
That's the other thing, too, is we see, like, this giant beast that my giant head is blocking. Never see that in Lego form, ever. Brick-built or otherwise. So, maybe eventually we'll get that. It is highly unlikely. It's not a very, probably not a very desired thing. We did get a Lego set of Rey's Fudgesicle Stick ship, so that was pretty cool. We did get that. So that's the thing. What is this actually? 1 out of 10? All right, sure. So defeat. Oh, I gotta defeat the actual enforcers. Okay. Sometimes they let you walk away from all this. You don't. You can avoid all the conflict. But yeah. The other thing too. Okay. So you see Rey's fighting style, right? Clearly this lady. This is gonna be me complaining about the sequel trilogy. I really don't want it to be because I mean I like Episode 7. I like Episode 7. Clearly this lady's supposed to have a double-sided lightsaber. Clearly with her fighting style and the stick, all the marketing, all the everything. They saw how popular Darth Maul was, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna make this into a Jedi." Nope.
Hey, what?
The jacket. This droid says you stole it.
It belonged to Poe Dameron. He was captured by the First Order. I helped them escape, but our ship crashed.
So you're with the Resistance.
Obviously.
BB-8 says he's on a secret mission. He has to get back to your base.
Apparently he has a map that leads to Luke Skywalker, and everyone's after it.
Luke Skywalker.
Come on!
Very clearly, she's supposed to have a double-sided lightsaber, and very clearly, they low-key set up Finn to be a Jedi, and you know. But anyways, it's okay. It's all okay because the filmmakers are always correct, and we should trust them with every fiber of our beings. They made a Lego set out of that thing, the quad jumper. And you see how important it is to the plot of the movie. So, like, you know, it happens. It happens quite frequently. So, yeah, this is great. And again, it's not a rag on the Rey character at all. I like Rey as a character. I like the idea of Rey. A lot of people online are like, man, I really don't like this character. It should never be in Star Wars and blah blah. None of that. It's none of that at all. It all comes down to like, if you're gonna put something in the movie, make it justifiable, make it something people are gonna have an appreciation for, and just do it upright, you know? So maybe they'll find a way to, maybe not course correct isn't the right term, but, you know, they'll do something. I don't know. I like the fact that I can use BB-8, and I can encounter all the battles and stuff. That's great. That's probably one of the better changes with, if that's how you feel. Better changes with this over Complete Saga. Oh, okay. Oh, it's all the TIE fighters. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to avoid all this. BB-8 is really cool, actually. I really like BB-8. And I like the technology that they use for BB-8. I remember working in the Lego store, and I saw that. Oh, I'm just going to breeze by here real quick. I'll tell my story. I guess after this, another cutscene. A lot of cutscenes in the past 20 minutes.
Hey, that's mine.
No, it's not. Hello? Unkar Pluck, more like Unkar Pluck.
Get ready!
You ever fly this thing?
Nope. BB-8, hold on!
Are the shields up?
I'm going low!
That is something I think everybody can objectively love about episode 7, 8, 9. The cinematography is outstanding on all three of the movies. They are so much infinitely better. I don't care what you say. Infinitely better. That shot of the Falcon going up and around and past the TIE fighters, mama sauce. I remember being in the Lego store, and we were loading up the shelves full of stuff, and it was Star Wars Celebration, and they were showing off, like, obviously episode 7. There was a big thing. They're like, oh, we're gonna, you know, do this up big, and they showed BB-8. They showed like the actual thing on stage, and they showed that you could control this and like fly it all around and whatever without like any noticeable track or wheels or anything. And it was very, very cool. And they obviously made a whole bunch of toys out of it because obviously that's what you do. But the way BB-8 works, at the time, no idea how it was done. Literally, it was one of the only times I looked at something and I'm like, this thing is witchcraft. I couldn't tell. I was like, there's got to be a wheel somewhere. There's got to be something somewhere. Tell me where this wheel is. I never saw a wheel. So it involves like a gyro mechanism where there is a wheel on the inside, and basically to keep the head flat the entire time, there's magnets inside of BB-8 to keep the head on at all times. So, but when I first saw it, I'm like, there's no way this is a real thing. I don't know how this is even possible to pull off. And this is actually, I think, a Star Wars, one of the capital ships flipped over and go inside of it there and fly all around. Which actually, this reminds me of the trench run, whatever. No, not the trench run. For what should have been in episode 6. They didn't have this scene where you go inside the Death Star and you destroy the thing. That doesn't happen. They don't have that as a level. So like, now we get it in here, like on Jakku. Like, all right, sure, like, fine. But we should have got this in episode 6. Clearly they had the programming for it, but you just, like you saw, you literally just, it's a cutscene. You go in and that's it. Like, all right, sure. So, yeah, like the cinematography in this area is also really great.
You're okay. He's with the Resistance. Help me with this! Quick!
Between us, I'm not with the Resistance, okay? I'm just trying to get away from the First Order. But you tell us where the base is, I'll get you there first. Deal?
So where's your base?
Go on, BB-8, tell her.
The Ilenium system?
Yeah, that's the one. Get us there as fast as you can.
Low-flying garbage complete. Some people think that gesture that BB-8 is doing is an unkind, not family-friendly gesture. I think it's a thumbs up. So, I firmly believe it's a thumbs up, but that's just me. So, getting pretty good at this. That's acquired. Only one mini-kit. Mini-kits are still sparse even in this saga here. Let me see. Is there anything spicy I can do right this second? Probably not. I'm going to head over to the next mission, which is on Dakar. And I'll see you again next time for more LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Until then, stay spicy and meow it out, all right? Bye.